Hey, tour dates. Do we have any tour dates? The same as last week. I'll be at the Looney Bins in Wichita, Kansas this upcoming weekend, August 13th through 15th, and then the following weekend in Little Rock, Arkansas. And then some stuff in September that'll probably get canceled. So,
Appleton, Wisconsin, September 4th and 5th. Just bought my flights today. And you're doing Coos Bay.
I'm going to be in Coos Bay September 12th. That I don't think will get canceled. That's exciting. In Oregon, that's a
Bad gig.
Okay. Well, welcome back to Homeschool Episode 3, the podcast where we goof off instead of learning.
I want to plug the Patreon up front. We usually do that at the end of the episode, but I've seen the jokes this week, and most of you won't make it to the end of the episode.
It turns out inspiration comes in waves also, and we've flattened that curve. Patreon.com/homeschool with a K, $5 a month. For the price of a cup of coffee a day, you can feed 2 starving children.
Yeah, not us, just Cory's kids.
We are in week 3 of the second coronavirus lockdown in Washington State, or if you're in Florida, week 3 of wishing you were somewhere else.
Oh, I think they've been wishing they were somewhere else for much longer than that.
Right.
After 2 months in space, NASA astronauts returned to Earth in the waters off the coast of Pensacola, Florida. When reached for comment, the astronauts said, "Please send us back. Don't make us stay in Florida."
It's safer up there.
Yeah.
Speaking of Florida, I have to admit something. I committed voter fraud this week.
In Florida?
Well, hanging chads.
Okay. What did you do?
I mailed in a ballot.
Wow. Sounds dangerous. Who'd you vote for?
Fraudulent. I went all D's.
All D's. You like the big D's. I hired a personal trainer over Zoom this week. Pretty easy. Anytime I wanted to take a break, I just claimed the screen was frozen.
Oh, that's smart. You just turn off the video and change your Zoom name to Connecting. But you can't do that every week. Like what?
Well, next week it's gonna be tough. But I film myself doing one push-up, and then I just loop that for 5 minutes. So if I can Ocean's 11 my way onto his computer, play that, and just eat a bunch of cupcakes.
That's great. I'm shocked you can do one push-up. Trump is going to ban TikTok. He decided today, signed the order. I'm devastated, And it's pretty telling that that's the first of all of his executive orders that has adversely affected me.
Yeah. That's white privilege in an organic, sustainably farmed macadamia nutshell. Now, if you want to see a bunch of 16-year-old girls in bikinis, you'll just have to go on tour with Chris D'Elia.
I hope they don't ban other apps like my AARP app. There's not a lot of dancing on that one. You put your right foot in, you put your right foot out, you put your right foot in, and you let the Parkinsons shake it all about.
Microsoft is actually rumored to be buying TikTok. What do you think about that?
Yes, Bill Gates. Everyone trusts him. No conspiracy theories there. The guy who was implanting chips in your brain is buying the Chinese spying app.
Chips. I hope they're sun chips. Harvest cheddar.
Well, that's what they're harvesting, not your brain. I think you smoke too much pot.
Marijuana stores are an essential business.
Okay.
I'm trying to keep the economy strong.
Well, that's nice of you. That's
You're
very
right.
sweet.
I'm a good person.
Our favorite restaurant is Chipotle, and it recently released a clothing line of T-shirts, some of which are dyed with the pits of an avocado. But those cost extra, First avocados on toast, now T-shirts. What's next? Deodorant? Ooh, smells like taco. I like it.
Stop putting it on your pussy.
Oh, okay.
One of the frontline doctors that appeared in the bullshit video that even Facebook took down last week was fired from her job as an ER nurse. She was promptly interviewed by Fox News, who called this probably illegal and a violation of free speech.
Absolutely it is. I mean, I can't even believe a hospital would fire someone who showed poor judgment just because you choose to be in a video with a lady who says real-life illnesses are caused by demon sperm. Doesn't mean you deserve to be fired.
We're never getting back to regular society. I mean, we
Yeah.
can't even agree if there's a virus in the first place. It feels like if Godzilla was attacking a town, people would be like, it's caused of the election. He's going to go away in November. Godzilla doesn't like the heat. Or
Just watch.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, don't be a pussy. Just call it what it really is. The China lizard.
No, it's actually from Japan.
The same thing, according to those folks.
I like that you won't even co-opt it for a bit.
Yeah, for the joke. That reminds me, have you been down to Thailand, Andrew?
Thailand. Wow, not in a long time. I've been trying to go for a bit, but she stopped responding to my messages because I kept calling it Thailand.
Bummer. Well, be careful, because sometimes if you get to the middle of Thailand, you get a little extra that you didn't expect.
Ooh, protruding,
Avocado.
hanging Chad. Of course, we're teasing Trump for pronouncing Thailand.
Good job.
Thank you. It's a lot of practice. He also pronounced Yosemite, which angered a lot of his anti-Semite followers. Don't give the Jews a shout out.
The extra $600 a week bonus for unemployment ended last week. We're pretty sad because now we only make $200 more a week than we did before.
Yeah, it's crazy. This debate over reopening schools is raging on.
Sure is.
And so does the virus.
Yeah, because these places can't contain head lice. But hey, we got this COVID thing locked down. Also, we have lockdowns locked down. We've become really good at it in recent years.
How are they going to control an airborne bug if they can't control a hairborne bug?
Boom. I love it. Some schools are handing out free masks to the kids, but not making them mandatory. Great. You can measure how long a skirt is, but it's this dress code you won't enforce, one that actually matters.
Yeah, it appears kids under 10 are less susceptible to the virus, which is good news. That means Cory can finally see his kids again.
Oh, I can't wait.
Schools are off to a positive start. We don't know how old they are, but schools are off to a positive start this year. Several schools have had kids test positive for coronavirus after just one day. This sounds awful. Kids are going to school in early August.
Oh, that's abuse.
It's a nightmare.
I'm just glad American students are finally getting positive test results. Some kids are going to be
really
confused, though. I hate this new grading system. I mean, I'm used to getting a C and a D, but how'd I get an O, a V, and an I? What's that all about?
Students today are going to be the worst grandparents, you know. Back in my day, I had to walk to school uphill in a bulletproof vest during a pandemic. And it was snowing. Nuclear winter. Dogs can detect COVID-19 with 95% accuracy by smelling the urine of an infected person, which is why when I see a dog at the airport, I piss myself.
Smart.
Because I have weed on me.
Oh, I see. Good news, ladies, though. If you want a COVID test for free, just go stand next to Joe Biden for a few minutes. Let's try and teach that old dog some new tricks.
Hey, stop humping people. Bud Light will buy everyone in Detroit a beer if the Lions kicker breaks the record for longest field goal this season.
64 yards, I think. I think that's a good idea. The Lions should just focus on that all year long and only that. They're going to lose every game anyway.
Yeah.
Take as many field goal chances as you can, get the top pick in the draft, and then free beer for everyone in the city. That's crazy.
Yeah, you're free beer. You're a legend forever. No one will ever tear down your statue.
Brilliant.
Tommy Lauren made news when she released a 14-minute video complaining about the pussification of men. And I didn't disagree, but I just wish she hadn't used my picture.
This week, there's actually some sports news. The XFL was bought by Dwayne Johnson. Man, they really have reached rock bottom. I think the league is going to work this time around. I know there's a pandemic and everything, but it'll be fine. Those guys can't catch anything.
Hey, speaking of rock bottom, thanks for listening to our jokes.
Yeah.
Stick around for the rest of this chat on Patreon. Homeschool with a K.
And it's sponsor time. We have a sponsor of week 3. This week's episode was actually brought to all of you by the XFL. Do you like second-rate men trying to do something that other men do way better? Well,
You'll love sex with me.
yeah. You'll love the XFL and the Homeschool Podcast. Tune in for both before they have to declare bankruptcy for the third time.
Third time's the charm.
Have you ever declared